Hello, my name is Neil Orvey, and I'm going to talk about persuasion psychology. The content that we focus on here at Evolution U is based on the research of Dr. Robert Cialdini, one of the world's leading lights in persuasion psychology research. What Cialdini has found over his career is that there are 6 underlying principles that govern whether or not we say yes or no to a request. These principles govern our decisions not only in business but also in personal life and in social life. Now, before he goes into the 6 principles, he talks about the contrast principle. And the contrast principle is not one of the 6 because it applies to all of them. What the contrast principle says is that our perception of any given occurrence can be changed by immediately what precedes it. Let's have a look at visual contrast to give you an example. When we look at this image of this beautiful swimming pool, we think it looks pretty good. However, when you look from a different angle, a different perspective, it's suddenly not quite as attractive. Now, if we take this into the business world, it's a critical driver of influence because our perception is directly impacted by what happened immediately before we are delivered a given statement or offer. This is probably one of the most underutilized principles in business because what most people do is they just jump straight into their product offering without creating contrast. Once we've discussed the contrast principle at length, we then move on to the 6 underlying principles of persuasion. They are reciprocity, consistency, consensus liking, authority, and scarcity. So let's go through each one very briefly. The principle of reciprocity states very simply that we should try to repay in kind what somebody else gives to us. This exists in all cultures, and we learn about it from a very young age. The second of the principles is consistency. We often link this to our integrity. We want to carry through on what we say we will do, otherwise people devalue us. And once again, this exists in every culture. There are words in every language for people who are not reliable or consistent with their behaviour, and they're not complimentary words. The third principle is consensus. Consensus is a very important driver in society when we are uncertain. When we don't know where to look, we look for others that we believe have more information, and we look to see what the majority is doing. This is especially important when going in to see a client for the first time, because if they don't know us or our company, we should be importing the principle of consensus. The fourth is probably the one that we use most, the principle that we like to say yes to the requests of people that we get on with. The principle of liking is well known, but the nuances of how to really make it work are still worth analysing. The fifth of the principles is authority. Authority states that we look to people who we consider to have more knowledge for information and for direction. This is a very important principle in Asia, where the authority and respect to elders is very much ingrained in society. And then the last of the 6 is scarcity, which simply states that resources that seem scarce in nature are deemed to be more valuable. This is used every day by people, and often it's used against us. Wouldn't it be useful to have that red flag to know when people are trying to unethically use scarcity on us? When we have studied the principle of contrast and all 6 principles, we have a powerful toolkit. A toolkit we can use to activate principles that don't exist when appropriate and amplify those that do. If you found that of interest and you'd like to know more about how to use the principles of persuasion, contact us at www.evolution-u.com. Thank you.